in the just over 3 months since the Texas senator launched his bid for the Republican presidential nomination. The campaign says that the money comes from more than 120,000 donors. Presidential campaigns must report their fundraising details to federal regulators by mid-July. Republican Ben Carson will report having raised $8.3 million for his campaign, while on the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton will report having raised $45 million. More details at srnnews.com. I'm Gordon Griffin.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinns.com.
Called the Oprah of radio by her listeners, award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com.
Listen to Dr. Pat, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern on CRN.
Of the animals large and small, sick or injured, don't matter at all. I'm Tina, friend of the critters. I'm Tina, friend to them all. Open up your heart, it's a real good start, and watch them learn to crawl.
This is CRN, the Critter Radio Network, and now it's time for Critter Radio with your host, Tina Marie.
Welcome to Critter Radio. I'm Tina Marie Lithgow, and you are listening to CRN Digital Talk. And always by my side, the one and only Carol Raphael Davis. How are you doing, dear?
Hi, Tina.
Life is good?
My friend Tina.
You good?
Life is good. I had a rough week. Thank you for helping me try to save a little birdie this week.
Yes, you were on a straight mission, weren't you?
I was on a mission for life, and I failed. Despite all of your help, I totally failed.
I got a call from Carol, and she had just... A little bird had ran into you, right?
He flew right onto my balcony.
He did.
Yeah, he looked bad. He was able to fly, but he looked bad. He went under the chair. He had a big red growth on his crop. He was gasping. Yeah. And I'm not a bird expert.
Right.
And so I called you. Yeah. And you answered the phone like you always do.
I always answer.
Yeah, and we tried.
And I knew when you told me that he was opening and closing his mouth, I said, Carol, that's usually their way of letting you know that it's time to go. They're about to pass.
Yeah, but I had to watch him pass.
I know. Oh, sure. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Who's our guest? He's cute.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
His name is Paul DeRigo, and he's also a personal friend of mine.
Nice.
As well as someone who is at the forefront of a movement in the city of Los Angeles to overhaul Los Angeles Animal Services. And he's recently conducted a protest that he put together, along with a few other people, Michael Bell included, to bring people together in front of the mayor's private residence. Mm-hmm. I attended his protest, and I'm going to let Paul tell our listeners about what this is all about. What were you doing in front of the mayor's office, Paul?
Well, this is like, for me, it's a culmination of 5 years of trying to work with the city to accomplish something and transform the way the animal control officers can perform for the city. Mm-hmm. As you know, L.A., one officer is on at night, 500 square miles late at night. There basically is no service. And if an animal's hit or there's a dog fight or whatever, they really can't respond. And I just found that to be so odd.
Yeah.
And,
they could call me, I'd respond.
Yeah. I used to be a special police officer when I was a kid, so I had said to General Manager at the time, Kathy Davis, I said, don't we have a reserve program to fill that need? And they said, yeah, we just don't use it. I said, why? Why wouldn't you use it? And then she told me, okay, well, what would it cost and take to get it going? Mm-hmm. And it came down to $1,500 per officer to train them. And I said, I'll commit to raising for 10 officers. Oh. And then within a year of that conversation, literally a year, we had 11 new people graduate. Wow. And within 6 months with the new general manager, they're all gone. Oh. And they're sitting on $30,000 they haven't used in the last 4 years. So you can imagine my frustration when I've been to over 100 neighborhood council meetings and met with city attorneys and everybody. It's been a real battle. And this is finally like I had enough. I've been a volunteer since 2005. I've seen the way the department constantly just falls down. And I said, you know what? I can't keep standing for this anymore. We need to reform LA Animal Services.
This is insane. I want to hear more about this. We are going to take a quick break. Stay tuned. If you want to give us a call, we're at 818-353-1276. That's 818-352-1276. Tina Marie Lithgow, Carol Raphael Davis, and Paul, Cutie Paul. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Now back to Critter Radio and your host, Tina Marie.
Welcome back, Critter Radio on CRN Digital Talk. Tina Marie Lithgow, Carol Raphael Davis. Let's talk more with our guest.
Hey, so Paul, yes. The fact is that our LA Animal Services, our local animal control here that governs all of the city of Los Angeles, big city with big city problems, right. Lots of stray dogs, lots of animals dying. You claim, we all claim, the system is broken. How many animals are being killed? What are the numbers?
Well, if you go to the wolf stats that are out online, you're talking 10, 11,000 animals to date have been euthanized. Never mind the ones that were hit by cars.
To date per year.
Yeah, per year.
That year.
Yeah.
Over 10,000?
Over 10,000, yeah. Again, that doesn't include the animals that are hit by cars. We hardly ever get those numbers. And the strays that are out there that you'll never know that died. So it's much worse than what these numbers show.
Right.
And that's one of the failings of metrics. People use metrics like, oh, this is a great success. Mm-hmm. But, when dictators are in power, the trains are on time, but the country lives in despotism.
How many dogs are getting killed a year?
Well, on record.
On record.
Well,
how many?
It's about, right now we have up to 10,000 plus.
10,000 dogs a year are being
killed. It's more than that.
It's more than that.
It's not 10,000.
That includes other companion animals as well.
Well, plus you have your rabbits and other animals that have
cats. Let's not forget cats.
Right. Yeah. I work closely with the East Valley Animal Shelter, and they with the wildlife. They constantly calling me, and I've seen dogs be in their facility up to 6 months. Are they in this ring here?
What do you mean in the ring? Like they're not euthanized yet, so they would be at the shelter as an intake.
I don't think they're no kill, obviously, but they're very low kill because I've seen dogs sit there 6-8 months before they get adopted. So they're not whacking them left and right.
They are whacking every day.
They are.
They do. Oh yeah. It
Absolutely.
Just depends. It depends on I can't say this, but breeds. There's a problem with pit bulls and chihuahuas in Los Angeles because of the culture.
Yeah.
And some movies that promote, certain breeds. Mm-hmm. So a lot of those dogs get euthanized a lot more.
They do.
Yeah, they do. People argue, well, a pit bull is just a fighting machine. Mm-hmm. It's a tough call. I've had pit mixes as rescues, mm-hmm. and they were the lovingest dog I've had.
Yeah.
But some of them can turn. So you have to know which one.
Will we be like no kill eventually?
Let's hope so.
No kill is only a metric, though. It's not really.
It doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't. It's not a stand for how the shelter performs. It's like you could be no kill, and then when you go in for service, people treat you like crap. It doesn't.
But it also doesn't mean no kill.
No,
it
that's
doesn't.
True.
It's a certain number that you have to achieve in order to be able to consider yourself or to call yourself a no-kill shelter. And it just means a certain number and percentage of adoptable animals that you didn't kill. But we are far, far, far from no-kill.
I know Ventura County is no-kill.
They may take the moniker on.
They're not no-kill.
But
they're not.
No.
It's an understanding. Like when you use that term no-kill, you're thinking you're living into a context. We will not kill any adoptable animals.
Right.
Right?
Right.
My vision of a shelter is that half the cages are empty, and the animals that go there for refuge are taken care of. Mm-hmm. Especially when you have to pass bills or acts like the Hayden Act, which is you have to tell them you have to treat an animal when they're injured. I can't believe you have to create an act to say when an animal comes in, you have to treat the animal. Mm-hmm. What's the point of having a shelter? Right. That's what it is, an animal shelter.
A shelter.
And
to be warm and safe.
Well, it is a place where they're supposed to get refuge.
Right.
If a homeless shelter killed 10,000 people every year, would you still call it a homeless shelter, or would you call it a death camp? And that's why I call them death camps.
Yeah, I don't want to, and I'm not committed to that. I'm not committed to a death camp. I'm committed, and that's why I'm saying we need to reform LA Animal Services, is that the standards that it lives under, that people, because it starts with the individual. People, like Carol and I, all of us have to be enrolled in that. Mm-hmm. So when we work, when we operate and do our jobs, we live to a higher standard. That's when people come in, we take care of them. Mm-hmm. We help them, we encourage them. We work with our staff members. We encourage each other. Mm-hmm. Management needs to encourage us and support us. And
what's going on in there? Like I've heard volunteers at Los Angeles Animal Services complaining that they get kicked out for just the slightest word or the wrong email or the wrong.
I've never seen so many volunteers get fired.
What's going on with the volunteers?
Well, they're. I don't know. It's kind of like any kind of a dictator tries to make sure that his or her reign doesn't look or spell bad information about their operations. And I think what you're seeing is people who care, who see how things work and don't work, are speaking up. And then when they do to a certain level, then they get kicked out. The general manager tried to fire me as a volunteer because I started to ask where was the money I raised because it wasn't listed on the budget line item.
Did you talk to her personally? Did she tell you personally, or how did that happen?
She sent me an email.
Brenda Barnett.
That's Brenda Barnett.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she sent you an email?
She sent me an email saying I am no longer allowed to volunteer because I was calling around. I called the accounting department, and I'm trying to find out where the money is. Because I'm responsible. I took $30,000 from neighborhood councils, and I gave it to the city. Mm-hmm. I went there and said, we're doing this program called the Reserve Program. I need $1,500. Mm-hmm. And people people didn't know the state of affairs of the city. They didn't know it.
Which people?
The people in the communities. Like I go to I've been everywhere to San Pedro, to Harbor, everywhere. I've been a lot of different neighborhood councils.
You're talking about officials who didn't know.
And the people in the audience who were there at the meeting. They didn't know what kind of conditions we had.
What's the budget?
For LA Animal Services?
Yeah.
Well, the operating budget's $20 million. The burdened budget is $48 million with pensions and all ancillary costs. Mm-hmm. So we pay $48 million a year for this department to operate, and it's just the cost of doing business. Mm-hmm. So if you don't have that, believe it or not, even if the department goes away, you're still going to have pensions and health care to take care of.
Right.
So that's an incurred cost, a burden on the government. Well, they better do a better job. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And so for that, you were told that you couldn't come in and volunteer anymore?
Well, yeah, because I was asking where the money was.
Yeah.
And she just didn't like me because I was really in her face about why isn't this program moving forward? Why did you stop it?
How long has she been on, Brenda Barnett?
This is her second term. She got rehired by Mayor Garcetti.
Yeah, she thinks it's 5 years now. She's been there 5 years.
And she makes over $200,000 a year and took a raise knowing that things are not working out. She thinks they're working out, though. Can you explain to listeners how she gets her numbers to look like this? Like there's a percentage of a higher live release rate.
Well, they changed the metrics to call it live. Okay. They went to another standard called live release rate.
But explain it for people who don't necessarily know how it works.
In my terms, so I can understand. Like, bring it down a couple of levels. Don't use any fancy
I don't
words.
know if I can do it justice the way like Dr. Sue Mattson or somebody can do it. The way they're measuring, or the way they're looking at the animals coming in, the way the animals go out, they're including now transportations to other cities, and they're also making that look like those are technically adoptions, but they're not. They're just being moved from here to over there. Then you look at the numbers and you go, "Wow, look at that! We're doing so much better."
Where's over there?
It could be
other states.
Oh, so
Oregon and the state of Washington specifically.
Shipping them, and then what happens?
Well, it depends on which rescue it is, but we can talk more about that on the way back.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break and get more back to this because I want to hear all
It's
about
really complex, isn't it?
It is complex.
It is.
There's a lot of moving parts.
It's insane. Stay tuned for more Critter Radio with Tina, Carol, and Paul. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. Really? They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
Are you nearing eligibility for Medicare benefits? Then you know now is an important time in your life. Medicare benefits can be a complicated puzzle. You don't want to overpay for your Medicare coverage or get the wrong plan. Let Health Markets Insurance Agency help you. With one free phone call, a licensed insurance agent will help you select a Medicare plan that's right for you and your budget. If you're becoming eligible for Medicare, call today and learn how to get the most out of your benefits.
800-793-1960, 800-793-1960.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA or assumed name of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., which is an authorized insurance agency in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Not all agents are licensed to sell all products. Service and product availability varies by state.
Call 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960, 800-793-1960.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you can double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-582-7531. That's 800-582-7531. 800-582-7531.
It's Critter Radio with Tina Marie.
Welcome back to Critter Radio. I'm getting a a call right now from East Valley Animal Shelter. There are 10 baby possums and 1 sparrow I have to pick up after this.
After this show?
Yes. In need.
And Paul, doesn't that mean that those animals that are now released to Tina, just right now, we're watching this live. Those are counted? Can you explain that?
Well, it's a live release. It's the way they change the metrics to make it look like you're performing in a certain way, which they say, live release metrics are a better way to do it. It's more accurate. But it also, I think it takes away and detracts you from the performance of the department. So yeah, you can transfer all animals, you can give them to all the rescues, but how does that department really serve your community? If you call and ask for help, you're not going to get it. If you have a dog barking case against you, say your neighbor complained about your dog barking, it could be 8 months before your case is heard, even longer. If your dog had bit somebody, they can actually detain the animal in the shelter. And at one time, they weren't even walking these dogs. Dogs involved in fighting or breeding. These dogs were staying in their cages 24/7. Why do we have to have a commission meeting to discuss the irrationalness of that? Why do we have to talk? That to me tells me they're not operating at that higher level we were talking about before. Anybody knows that that's not how you treat an animal. You don't keep them in a cage. They go kennel crazy.
They don't have running areas or anything?
No.
They don't.
They have an area that has to be monitored with a few dogs they can take out. And that's another program that there's a guy who does that. He focuses on creating a shelter that dogs can roam free during the whole day. It's it's off the tip of my tongue. I can't remember it right now. But
what's interesting though is that right now you just got a call from East Valley Shelter, to pick up how many animals? How many? Just a number.
11.
11. Okay, so you're going to pick up those 11 animals and save their lives, save them from euthanasia at that shelter. Now, later on, the numbers when they put it down on paper, because they got to enter that number that they've given to you, is going to count as a live released animal, right? We don't even know what's going to happen later. But all of this, you coming in, and not just you, but the hundreds of other rescuers like you who are doing let's face it, all the heavy lifting. You do all the heavy lifting. You do all the savings, and they get all the credit so that they can tell the mayor and show the mayor, look how well we're doing. Look at our numbers. Look at all the animals we have saved. They haven't saved them. You have, Tina. You and others like you. Right. It's a shell game. And those animals that are being transferred to other states so that they're not euthanized here. I called the municipal shelters in those other states. And I spoke to general managers of municipal shelters in those other states, asking them a simple question. Right, Paul? What? Do you euthanize for space? Meaning, are you so over capacity that you have to kill animals in order to make room for new ones coming in? And guess what that answer was, Paul?
I'm being set up.
Yeah.
It was, huh?
Yeah. It was a yes, meaning that they have their very own, in the state of Washington and in the state of Oregon, they have their very own pet overpopulation crisis just like we have here. So why are we sending animals there, Paul?
Well, they really should be going to a place that can receive them. There's people who do that, who do it right. You can ask them, they can tell you where all the animals went, they can track them by their chip ID and say, no, Fluffy went to Joan. We can't give out her address, but she did get adopted and is in a good home. They're doing it right. But the ones where you find the dog dead on the street with an ID tag, like we've seen cases of, then you know that didn't go right. But somebody has to be watching that program. Because what you do is go,
Who's
here you
watching?
go, and you go like this. You take your hands away from it. Sorry, it's not for me to do. I'm sorry, if you're going to start doing work, you need to be accountable for that as well. And you're only mitigating the real problem here by transporting. Transporting is great for if you do it right, but it doesn't handle how the system works here in the shelter. That's what I'm talking to.
Right.
Let people do the good work, and they do, but the ones that we need accountability for, that's, to me, if a general manager is going to run a program called Transport, she needs to be the one who handles it and cooperates with her rescues. Cooperate is a key word.
Right.
Not try to always tear these people down. You have to. The general manager has to learn how to work with people in a way like, if you're doing a transport, I have to ask you questions like, Carol, how can I help you? How can I make your transport better? What can I do to help you do a better job? How can I help you get more animals?
Not only hasn't she helped us, with the Companion Animal Protection Society when we have done investigations into breeding facilities, but we get no answer. Like, they just don't want to pick those animals up, because if they do pick up the animals from an illegal breeding operation in her jurisdiction, her intake numbers will go up. She'll have to kill.
Now, this is a retort to our protest about strays. We're
going to get to that. Yeah, we're going to
come back for that one.
Yeah, we're going to do that as soon as we come back.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more Critter Radio. This is very interesting. This is stuff I had no idea, so I'm sure our guests are just, Stay tuned. More Critter Radio. Right back.
CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country. It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Medical bills can add up, but you may be able to pay less. Ask your doctor for a discount. According to the AARP Bulletin, over 60% of those who do get a yes. Check your medical bills. 8 out of 10 contain errors. Lowering how much you pay for meds is possible too. If you're taking a brand name drug, check the drug maker's website. Sometimes it offers coupons or discount cards. My husband got one med for 50% less. Next, enroll in your employer's flexible spending account. Then you can pay eligible out-of-pocket health care expenses with pre-tax dollars, lowering what you owe on tax day. Keep track of all medical expenses. In a year when things really add up, itemize. You may lower your taxes this way. Call your doctors and pharmacy if you need to get totals you paid for the year. For more ways to save, check out the AARP Bulletin online at aarp.org. I'm Aileen Ellis. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720. Back now to Critter Radio and your host, Tina Marie.
Welcome back to Critter Radio on CRN Digital Talk. Back more with our guest. He was about to hit the stats papers, what's the word?
Metrics?
Metrics. Hit me with some
serious
metrics.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to talk, we were talking about metrics, and we were saying
the numbers.
The numbers. And I was talking about a position and how the department looks at how it performs. And if you read her, the general manager came up with a response to our...
And this is Brenda Barnett.
Yeah, she came up with a response to our complaints, our protest complaints. And at the end of the paragraph, and this says it all to me, everyone needs to remember that if we're successful at rounding up all the strays, it will place more crowding pressure on our shelters, rescuers, and everyone else working to increase live save rates.
Oh, whoa. Okay, so Brenda Barnett wants to increase live save rates so that she can so that she can hold on to her over $200,000 a year job and get a pension for life, right?
Yes.
A pension?
Yeah.
Okay, and because she wants those live save rates.
Can she go another term?
Well, it's up to the mayor. The mayor has the decision to keep her on or not.
Oh.
But what is she saying here? What is she saying here? Don't pick up the strays?
Well, she hasn't, and she hasn't done it. She hasn't. Why do you think that the reserve program never got off the ground? Why do you think she doesn't enforce the spay and neuter law? She doesn't care about these things. What else can you say to somebody who just doesn't operate the way a world-class shelter should operate?
This is why you guys were in front of Garcetti's house last week.
That was one of the
Paul
many
organized
reasons.
it.
Yeah, one of the many reasons.
You're the organizer.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of. And look, a lot of people came together and contributed to that. It wasn't just me.
No,
I held the torch, and then people kind of followed. And a lot of people took up their own torch and
Is there going to be another one?
There's so many people that came up. I couldn't believe it.
So many people came.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And we didn't see Garcetti anywhere, right?
His shades were drawn. There was a car in the driveway, but everything was closed up.
What kind of car?
I don't know. It was a black sedan. I'm not a big car freak. So.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a
Cadillac.
No, it wasn't a retro Cadillac you should be driving.
Right.
It didn't look like a gas guzzler, and he did have, to his credit, he did have the drought-resistant lawn.
Oh,
well, that
did.
got tore up because that got tore up from the last protest.
He has to, or they're going to get,
It did.
Yeah.
They had to replant it because it got tore up from the last protest.
Okay, so when's the next one?
July 12th.
July 12th.
July 12th.
Is it on a Sunday? Because we did a show on
What's
Sunday.
What's the address? Get a pen,
11.
folks. Get a pen. So if you're here in the LA area, you can show up. I will be there.
Let's go.
Check out our Facebook page.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll be there.
So tell the audience the Facebook page so that they can join up.
It's Protest, LA Animal Services, and Mayor Garcetti.
I want Garcetti's address. Get a pen,
605 South Irving Boulevard.
Can you say that one more time?
Windsor Square.
It's in Hancock Park.
It's in
90005.
Say that one more time.
605 South Irving Boulevard, Windsor Square, 90005.
Okay. And what's the date?
July 12th.
July
9 to 11. Bring water.
9 to 11.
Come walk with us. It was a great protest. We left it cleaner than when we started.
Oh.
I walk the grounds afterwards and make sure it's clean.
See, guys,
Lammy went.
Sweet. And we want Garcetti to get rid of the Brenda Barnett lady.
Well, there's a lot of call for that,
and
I say a commitment to reform LA Animal Services. It's bigger.
Yeah.
That's bigger than just replacing GM after GM after GM. We need to have another standard for that department.
It's not like we want her head on a platter. That's not it.
Of course
we want
not.
accountability.
Right.
We want transparency.
Yes.
We want volunteers to feel safe.
Absolutely.
We want volunteers to be able to be whistleblowers and not get thrown out of the shelter.
Right. Okay.
And really some more honest reporting of actual numbers, right? Not the fantasy that she would like the city to see.
Let's say I didn't go pick up these.
Tell what was your story again? So you have
10 possums.
10 possums.
Let's say I didn't go pick them up, and the sparrow.
Right.
The 11 animals. I'm going to go after this and get them.
Right.
Let's say I didn't go,
right.
and these animals, nobody went. So these animals had to be euthanized. Is that documented, or do they?
It's supposed
or
to be.
do they just?
Yeah. By the way, don't check them in and then just euthanize them. That's been some of the accusations as well.
East Valley's been very good with me. I mean,
no, there's
well,
good
of
people
course you're helping them.
Well, yeah,
and they should be. They should be.
I've been there, and the people, the staff there, they care.
Good.
They care.
Good.
I watch them.
Good.
I see them, and I know.
Good.
I'm very street smart.
Yeah.
I can read a mother, So
I know you can.
I can. So, okay. I was just wondering.
Well, they were going to kill him.
They were going to kill him.
They were going to kill him at South LA.
They were.
Yeah, they didn't care about him.
And there's a man on the internet that we've been watching. They took his 20 birds and killed them.
Yeah, we've got to have him on.
What's the deal with that?
Yeah, we'll find out more about that.
What's his name?
I forget. We'll do a show on
We
that.
have a bunch of videos on Expose of Los Angeles Animal Services on Facebook. We go over some of these discussions in great detail, and we have clips inserted in our video, like of a shelter staff member talking about how hard it is to work at the shelter.
Yeah.
The psychological stress it is. It's like a volunteer will take care of a dog like she's doing right now.
Yeah.
And it's her buddy.
Yeah.
And then it's time, she has to bring that dog, not necessarily her, but they have to bring that dog to be euthanized.
Woo.
Can you imagine that, right?
No. I'd be checking in somewhere.
And you would think that the management would have a support structure for your people. There hasn't been an all-hand-on-deck meeting for the shelter in
There's
5 years.
There's no counseling for these people?
There hasn't been an all-hands-on-deck meeting in 5 years. If it was me, I would have them at least every quarter, and I would have an open-door policy for people to be able to convey what's going on with them.
You said in an interview, when I interviewed you for Examiner, you said that morale was really low at the department with staff. They're union workers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
it's like there's a conflict between volunteers and staff a lot of times. Because volunteers come in, they're a very big heart. They're working for free.
Softies.
Yeah. And they get to see some activities. They go, why are we putting a pit bull with a chihuahua in a cage? Why? And then you'll find the chihuahua torn up. Why are you doing some of these activities?
And then when you question it,
you get cornered or blackballed. And then, it's not a great atmosphere when you treat people like that.
No.
I don't want to work like that. I don't want to go into work where, look, one of the top things that kills a company? Gossip.
Oh.
So, that's not from above to just you and I. Gossip kills morale.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly don't think we're gossiping here.
We're laying down the facts.
We're broadcasting facts.
Discussing issues is not
facts
gossip.
Written in stone. They're there.
And we have our opinions.
Yes, we got 30 seconds. We're going to take a
quick
break.
And we have our facts.
Yeah.
We have our facts.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Stay tuned for more Critter Radio with Tina, Carol, and Paul. This is so interesting. Stay tuned.
Hi, folks. This is Larry Minetti, and many of you out there suffer from skin problems. Well, I've been telling you for months how to solve that problem. It's called Herpanicin. It's the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out. It gets rid of all kinds of acne on your back, your neck, your face, so you can feel and you could look like a movie star. Herpanicin is a natural supplement. It was created by Dr. Wayne Diamond and his staff, and trust me, this really works. I've been on these supplements for over a year now and never had a problem. There is no reason in the world to wake up and be afraid to look in the mirror. You trust Larry. Just try it. Call 888-467-4200. 888-467-4200. 4200.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-351-8614. That's 800-351-8614. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-351-8614.
Let's get back to Tina Marie on Critter Radio.
Welcome back, Critter Radio. Tina Marie, Carol, and Paul, we have been chatting it up here, and the name Brenda Barnett just keeps, kind of coming up. I know this is not really about her, but I saw online pictures of you guys went to speak with her, and she was supposed to be listening to you, and she was texting on her phone while you're trying to. What were you doing?
Whenever we've gone, I know you have your experiences, but whenever we've gone to discuss issues, in our case it was for breeding facilities that just go unnoticed by the department.
Right. You went to talk to her about this?
Not to her, to the commission,
and
to
the
Animal
there.
Commission.
I saw her.
She has to attend these commission meetings.
Right. She has to.
She has
to. She gets the big bucks.
That's her job.
Yeah.
She spends the entire time texting and full on laughing at us. Which, just shows a disdain for the tax-paying public.
The protest you guys were just at, you told me while we were off the air that she laughed at the protest.
Yeah, it's online. She said, by the way, on Sunday there will be a protest at the mayor's house by a small group of activists. You might want to put that on your calendar, guffawing, ha, ha, ha. And then I will not be
like that.
I will not be attending. And commissioners and laughing.
So she was joking about it.
Yeah,
well, joking about the public.
It's a shame. It's a shame to realize. Listen, animal services is a customer service business, and how do you know if you're doing a good job?
But wait, it's a government agency,
but it's
paid for,
yes.
but paid for by taxpayer dollars.
Correct.
So she's a public servant. She works for us,
Correct.
and we pay her salary.
Correct.
A lot.
So she doesn't have the right to laugh at us and to show such disdain.
That's very disrespectful. I think we should get a really lot of people this time because she said a small group.
A small group.
It wasn't any small group.
No, it was huge.
It wasn't. Yeah.
It was huge. But back to the point is how do you know if your business is doing well? You ask your customers.
Right.
And when we ask our customers, horrid responses. So it's not like we're making this up. Everything that we've documented is well-founded.
It's all proven.
Emails, interviews, videotape. And when you get so much data like that, you got to go, oh my, this is...
Does she breed dogs?
She does.
She used to be a breeder.
She used to be a breeder.
She used to be...
She still does.
And this
She
is
has
what...
one. She still has one.
I don't know if she's still breeding anymore.
Does she have a dog with balls?
I don't know. But here's the thing that I find doesn't gel with being a general manager of Los Angeles Animal Services. She used to be the legislative liaison for the American Kennel Club. And that's one of the largest dog registries there is in the United States. And they are basically a puppy mill front.
Yes.
They make their money, tens of millions a year as a nonprofit, selling registrations, AKC registrations for litters, for litters of dogs. Many of these, and the Companion Animal Protection Society has investigated the American Kennel Club, and we found that they're basically just a puppy mill front.
But
they make money off of puppy mills.
What's the requirements for a breeder's permit? You see how many breeders' permit have been applied for?
So few.
How many?
Too few.
No, there's like 80-something in East Valley, 70-something.
There's 80 breeders in East Valley?
People apply for licenses.
That's the joke.
And I was like, wait, there's a lot of breeding permits requested, but there's such a high criteria for what it means to be a breeder. You have to show the dog. You have to be able to prove the male and female, right? And you know better than I do.
Wait, there's 80 breeders in...
No.
People apply for breeders' permits.
The point is that we live in a giant city, one of the largest cities in America, and we have too few breeders' permits. If you look at it in the reality, in the context of how many people are actually breeding animals so that they can make a quick buck. There are a ton of people using Craigslist, lamp posts, all kinds kinds of internet ways and penny saver ways to make an extra buck under the radar of the Board of Equalization, not paying any taxes, and they've got a phone number. You can call them. You can get a puppy for $50. Are they applying for a breeder's license? Why aren't we issuing more breeder's licenses for people breeding and penalizing people who are breaking the law, Paul?
Well, because I would argue the opposite of that. What breeder's permit means you're raising litters of dogs that will be sold as a breed-specific animal with a high, class of animal. But there's a high criteria to that. You're not supposed to be just dispensing animals all over the place like a pet store or somebody who does that. You're supposed to have a high accountability to what that means to be a breeder. But when you have that many people, to me, applying for breeder's permits, are you really doing the homework on these folks? Did you see the fire in Carson?
No.
They've rescued 12 pit bull puppies from a guy's backyard in a crate. What's this guy doing with 12 pit bull puppies, and the mom,
Did he have a breeder's permit?
Yeah, that's the question.
Did he?
No, I don't know.
No.
Yeah, probably not. None of them do.
So they, and they do it for money.
How much is one?
What, a breeder's permit?
It's a couple $100.
Couple hundred?
Yeah.
A year?
Cheap enough.
Yeah.
A year.
Oh, yeah, anybody could have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no...
But they don't even bother.
Right,
No.
the criteria is low, or it's
What's
not really
the
followed
fine?
up on.
Do you know the fine?
For?
Not having a breeder's permit.
And breeding animals?
Yes.
I don't know.
You don't
I don't
know.
know the exact
We'll
fine.
find out.
We can get back to you on that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I don't know the exact one. That's a good question.
Have they ever
Wait.
collected one?
Now, if you look at the amount of citations that were issued,
Ooh, that's a good
which
one.
is I'm a guy that likes to look at that kind of stuff because
Yeah.
I say, what are we doing when we have all these complaints?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing about
How
it?
many?
You go out and tell the people because what do you do when you get a speeding ticket?
You
slow down, okay?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You slow down. You realize, I better not,
Actually,
keep speeding for about 6 months.
We're about to go to take a break, but just hold that thought because I want to know exactly how many citations we're giving out.
We'll tell you.
That's very interesting.
Not enough.
Yeah. No. If you want to talk to us, you can give us a call at 818-352-1276. That's 818-352-1276. Yeah, we want to know what you think. Stay tuned. More Critter Radio.
Thanks.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kvhmaui.com. That's kvhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Back now to Critter Radio and your host, Tina Marie.
Welcome back to Critter Radio on CRN Digital Talk. Carol and Paul.
Hi.
Where were we? Citations.
We were talking about citations.
That's right. That's right.
If we can agree of all of these issues of the city, strays, spay-neuter program, unfixed animals roaming the streets, dogs or whatever attacking people, we can agree that these are issues. Then you would say, well, how are we doing with the citations? How are we doing with our reach into the community? And last year, 761 citations for the whole city for every violation that there is.
That's it?
But
761. So that tells me that, we're not out there in the community enough.
Oh,
and not like we have to be dictators about it, but we do need to be, but there is plenty of violations that people are just crappy and that those people deserve it. What can you say to that?
Number, just a little bit over 700. 716, you said?
61.
761 citations for a city like Los Angeles. I mean, that number would be okay to me if you were talking about Santa Barbara.
But you think they would? You think they would want to give more citations? Isn't that more money?
She says she doesn't have the
officers.
She doesn't have the officers. She doesn't have the funding. She's understaffed and underfunded.
But she gets a raise.
Yep.
Come on, dude.
What's this about the understaffing
sure.
and underfunding? How do you answer that? How do you refute that?
Well, her volunteer staff is down as well. She's lost hundreds and hundreds of hours because her volunteers are quitting. If you look at the number of volunteer hours worked, it's decreased. Here it says almost 20%. What does that tell you? It tells you that you're not doing a good job of recruiting and sustaining, right?
So why does he keep her on?
That's a darn good question.
Why?
Are you asking me why?
Really, Carol.
Wait, are they like
I got
this?
an opinion about it.
You have an opinion.
I have an opinion. It's just an opinion.
Are they BFFs?
No, I don't think so. I think that because of these statistics that are put out by the department, they reflect a certain fantasy that isn't the reality. And when the mayor, a shimaglimma. Yeah. And when the mayor's office looks at these statistics and they see, more live release rates, euthanasia down, good.
Good girl.
It's simple. And so why would the mayor say, you're doing a bad job when these statistics, quote, prove, unquote, that the job performance is good? What I'm saying is that these statistics only reflect what she wants these statistics to reflect. It's a manipulation of the numbers.
But doesn't Garcetti really know this?
He doesn't. LA has much bigger problems than just animals.
That's true.
Okay.
We have 200,000 homeless people.
True.
LA is facing a historical drought right now.
Mm-hmm.
Garcetti has huge issues, and he's very ambitious. And didn't your partner say that you guys are unified?
Yes.
That this movement that you guys have started, that you guys are unified in actually hindering his reelection should he try to run for a second term?
I would say I would not support a candidate. He came in front of the League of Humane Voters and promised us cooperation, collaboration, and we've gotten none of it so far. I've been trying to get a meeting with him for 2 years. And I like Eric. He's a nice guy. I've met him. He's a very mellow dude. And but I just think he's either being misguided, and there's somebody that we know who's a Democratic influence that's offered to support him, and we feel that he's getting bad counsel. So there's plenty of things to deal with. There's plenty of issues to deal with as far as answering. Maybe we can come back next time and we'll talk more about
after the protest next Sunday.
So next Sunday is
July
the protest.
12th,
Carol, I'm going to ask our boss, Michael J. Horn, if we can have next Sunday off so we could do this protest. We want you guys to come. We are going to blast it all over social media. Yeah. So thank you for coming.
Thank you
so much.
Thank
Thank
you for
opening my eyes and all our listeners' eyes. Thank you, Art Martinez in the next room.
Thanks, Art.
Jim, my posse, thank you for hanging out with me. Carol, Paul, thank you. I love you guys.
Thank you, Tina.
Yes.
I love you, Tina.
On my way to the shelter.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lammy says thank you, too, for going to the shelter. Yeah.
Critter Radio.
Say bye, Lammy.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever. It's right on your TV, through your local cable provider, and on the web at crntalk.com. But when you're on the move, stuck in a plane, train, or in your car, catch up on all the shows you missed. Or listen live to your favorites. Download our CRN app from your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Just search for CRN Digital Talk Radio. Or search for your favorite CRN shows on apps like iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, AHA Radio, uTunes, and Nobex. Now you have access to all of our great shows anywhere in the world and the ability to be part of them by calling our toll-free studio line at 800-336-2225. For more information on where and how to listen, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.
The radio channel.